Okay, we're officially live. Hello, everybody. I'm starting off today's sprints solo a little bit, and then I will be joined by a few other hosts, including a surprise host who maybe isn't as much of a surprise. She's on the thumbnail, but we do have somebody who is not technically one of the hosts of the Readathon this year, but did help us originate the Readathon at the beginning of this whole thing last year. So awesome. When they come in, of course, I will add them to the chat. I know a couple people are going to be a little bit late, but I still wanted to start off the sprints around 9 o'clock for everybody. So, hi, welcome. Thanks so much for coming. And everybody, please drop what you're reading in the chat so we can all discuss. I have a few options for tonight and a few different things I think I may be working on myself. So, that'll be fun. Something to knock out before the readathon ends. Yes, let's go sprints. Hello. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing okay. I've been, struggling to, make sure everything works with the end of this readathon, but I think we're so close to the finish line. I still need a few more books read, and then I'll feel accomplished, I think. But yeah, I have a few options for tonight. I think I may go with Spy Family. I've been talking about reading this for a while. Sorry, I'm shaking so much. I've been talking about reading this for a while, and I think it's time I finally pick it up. This is going to fulfill so many prompts for me, too, so it'd be the perfect time for that. And I also am dying to get to Persepolis Volume 2. I read Persepolis Volume 1 on vacation, and it ended in a way where I was like, oh my god, like it was such a gut drop moment and I needed to know what happened next. So this is also very high on my list. And I also have some audiobooks I may be listening to if I'm running about and doing some other things during the sprints. So I'm listening to Blood Scion and I'm listening to The Diviners. So always in the middle of a few books, but yeah. Oh, currently reading Cursed Bunny and hoping to read Spy Family. The last two books I need to complete the bingo card. Which prompts are you using those to fulfill? I know there's like some people who are still asking for a few extra prompts, suggestions here and there. I saw somebody ask for a short book that involves music. I should have responded there, but it just suddenly occurred to me there is a manga that you could read. It's relatively short for that, so maybe that would be good. It's La Corte d'Oro, which is a musical manga about a girl who finds like a magical violin that helps her get into a special magic school. Music school. Where everybody else is a skilled musician, but she doesn't know how to play anything. It's only because she has this magical violin. And then she is surrounded by lots of hot guys. So, classic story. Great story. Hello. Thanks so much for joining. I want to finish up my nonfiction read, Jesus and John Wayne, How White Evangelicals Corrupted a Faith in Fractured a Nation, and jump into my current arc, A Gentleman's Book of Vices. Oh, that sounds so similar to that other book. It's like A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, I think it's called. I never read that one either, but I don't know what either of these are. I've never seen them before, but I hope that you enjoy them. I've been wanting to pick up some nonfiction recently, so I think that may be part of the vibe for September. It's so hard because like the month is ending, and then as the new month approaches, it's like it's time to do the TBR game. Some people are doing Bookopoly-thon. Now I'm like, I gotta do that. Gotta incorporate it with my regular TBR game. Get back on the bandwagon to get these videos out and stuff. So it's always just like trying to make it all fit. And also there's really fun readathons coming up in September. I know there's one for like well-read or workout and well-read a-thon. Like you read and you work out, which God knows I could do. And also an upside down readathon for Stranger Things, which I want to participate in despite barely having watched Stranger Things. It just seems like a really fun readathon. Hello, Tammy. Thanks so much for joining. Hi. Oh my god, La Corte d'Oro. Okay. Thank you for also knowing what I'm talking about. I feel like I always just throw out a random rec and people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. So it's great that other people know what this is too. Solo is what I used for the music prompt. Audiobook is short and has music in the recording, which is a plus. Oh, I don't know that one. Solo. That's interesting. Who's that by? Curious to check that one out. I still need to fulfill that prompt, I think. Cursed Bunny I used for magical realism. Not a good pick, but whatever. That's okay. I mean, there's so many times where I'll pick a book for a prompt and then I'll read the book and be like, this had nothing to do with the prompt that I picked it for, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. Spy Family for Found Family, of course. Yes, I'm using Spy Family for like every Porco Rosso prompt, which is my movie. So like features an animal, because I think there's a dog in the family. Found Family, and I forget what the last prompt is. I literally forget. It's my own movie. I forget. My brain's everywhere, but whatever it is, it fulfills it. I'm trying to remember, but at the time, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I'm trying to wrap up all of my current reads before September because I want to do sci-fi September. That's the other thing. Oh man, you're totally right. It feels like September does feel like a good time for sci-fi, but it also feels like a good time for literary fiction. But it also feels like a great time for nonfiction. So it's the need to read everything. It's hard to make it all fit. And also by that time, it's like it's fall now, which means the year's starting to come to a close already. Time to read all those books that are TBR bets. I'm reading Gideon the Ninth. I DNF'd my last book, but I'm still going to count it. Ha ha ha. It was 700 plus pages. Oh my god. And I read about 85% of it. Was it Akawar? What was it? I'm curious what you DNF'd. Man, that's rough. I feel like by the time I've committed like 85% of the book, most likely I would see it through to the end because it's so long. It's like I want to count it, but also it still begs the question of like, why would something count or not count? Like you've read so much of it or whatever. So in terms of like our own like judgment of our own reading and stuff, I feel like it's fine to count. Like I'm not going to tell you can't count it for the readathon. You absolutely can. It's perfectly fine with me. Solo by Kwame Alexander. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I do not know that one. I think maybe it's a familiar cover and I'm not that familiar with it. Kwame Alexander. No, I don't know this one. Just for folks at home, this is what it looks like. Cool. Oh, is this short? It says it's 463 pages. Maybe the audiobook makes it feel shorter, depending on how fast you read it. Maybe that's why. I feel like you and I grew up on the same manga. That's honestly probably true. We grew up on a lot of the same stuff, like Mika, A Series of Unfortunate Events, and then all of the same manga, pretty much. Yeah, it's true. Tammy and I are very similar. Also, I've not been doing the readathon. I am just here for vibes, and I'm reading Nona the Ninth. Oh my god, I bet you're so excited for Nona. Wait, did you read it already, or is this your first time? I think Nona like just came out, or else it's still an arc right now. I think this is so bad. Nobody's here to cover for me while I look stuff up. Okay, it's not out yet. It's an arc. Got it. Okay. That's so exciting, though, because I know you loved Gideon the Ninth, so I assume that you'll love Nona the Ninth, too. I counted a DNF book in the readathon, The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy at 63%. What a letdown. Yeah, I mean, like, I personally do tend to finish books, but also, like, if you have the courage to stop, I applaud you, because, like, don't put yourself through something that you don't need to. Just, it's fine. Just count it. It's whatever. Nona comes out in September. Okay, yes. I figured it was an arc, since I assumed as soon as it came out you would have read it. Solo's written in verse. Oh, okay. All right. So it surprised me when it was over 400 pages. Okay, yeah. I figured, being that you said it was really short, that it would be like 200 pages or less, but that actually makes sense. I'm halfway through Nona, and I'm at the part where shit is hitting the fan. LOL. Oh my god. Well, it is a stressful time, which means we should probably get a little bit of reading done so we can set up a sprint. Hello. Let's do a sprint. Let's do a kind of long one, I guess. Let's do like a it's not that long, but I guess like a 40-ish minute sprint. Hopefully that will work for folks. Let me try to set up the custom timer. And 40 minutes means that we will come back at about 53 after the hour. So I can set up that little banner too. Oh, hi. I definitely need these sprints because I'm starting Babel. Oh my god. I'm like the only person in the book community who has not gotten a copy of Babel yet. I'm excited for it. I just have been traveling all over the place and unable to get my copy, but I'm very excited to start it and a little intimidated. But best of luck, thoughts and prayers. I bet it's going to be quite a ride, regardless. We're going to end at, let's see, 53. I'll just answer a quick couple extra comments. Hello, hello so much. Hello. I'm reading Gingerbread. Oh, I have heard of this one. Only 16% in, but it's fairly short at 259 pages. Is that one a fairy tale retelling? I might be mistaken, but I feel like maybe it's just the gingerbread that's giving me that vibe. I'm not sure. I don't have a copy of Babel. Okay, thank you. It's not just me. I probably will get myself a copy soon. I just have been procrastinating. There's a lot of other things going on right now. Babel is so good. Of course, I feel like everybody loves Babel. I think I've heard like one mediocre review where it was just like, it was, oh, not the review was bad, but like they thought it was just okay, which I was very shocked by. But everybody seems to be giving Babel 5 stars in a way that I think I would also love it. So feels perfect for September too. Might be the vibe for next month. Okay, so we're gonna sprint now. I'm gonna just share my Pomodoro timer, and we're gonna use that to sprint. And I'll share the audio so it can do that cute little like ding dong sound when it's ready. Okay, so we're gonna sprint. I've been talking so long, I gotta change this now. We'll sprint and come back at about 55 after the hour. So wherever you are, we will be back at that time, and I'll see you then. Hi.
Hello.
You.
Sorry?
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh, I see your Rick and Morty shirt. We were just watching that right before sprints.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still have to watch the most recent season. I think I've seen like half of it. Is it good?
I'm really behind, actually. I've got my dad watching season 1. He's never seen it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been watching like a couple of the early episodes together.
Those are classic.
Oops. Whoa. Hello? It's making sounds. Okay. I guess it was still going. My bad. How's your day been?
It's been good. I picked up The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, and
Ooh,
I'm about 58 pages in, and it's good
nice.
so far. I really like fairy tale vibes, and that's what I'm getting for sure.
Yeah, it feels very Spirited Away-ish. Like it's not really the same plot, but it has so many of the same elements. And
Yeah.
I guess like other stuff that ends up happening later, like it's stuff that I feel like I could picture as a Ghibli movie. So it's a cool book for the readathon for sure.
Do you feel comfortable sharing your rating, even though I know there's going to be a group book discussion?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I will say there were parts of it that kind of lost me or felt like a little bit repetitive. So I was starting to feel like iffy about it. But near the end, there were certain events that happened that I was very shocked by. So it was sort of like a mix of really good and like boring ish parts for
Okay.
me. So it ended up being a 3-ish star, like maybe 3.25 or something
Okay,
for
cool.
me. But I know at least one other host has finished it already. And I know a lot of people that are participating have read it and they really enjoyed it.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Spy Family, finally,
I've
which is
heard about that.
uh everybody's been talking about it for so long. And everybody's obsessed with it, and I see why. I'm I read this much during the sprint. So I
Wow.
only have a little bit left. It's a manga, so it goes by fast, but also like the content is very funny and like just an enjoyable read. And there were a few moments where I was laughing to myself on the sprints. So it's definitely a good time. Do you know what it's about?
um, is it about a spy family?
Kinda. It's basically about a spy who has a certain mission that requires him to like he has to like stop something from happening, but the only way to do it is to like infiltrate a school. So to get into the school, it's this like really highbrow academy. So he needs to somehow get like a child and a wife, so that way the child can get into the school, and then they all like do the family interview to get all this going. But he's just like, I'm just like, like a man of many faces. I put on disguises and stuff. So like I don't put down roots. I don't really know anybody, but I'm somehow gonna have to branch out and get like acquire a child and a wife. And the interview is in like 3 days, or I don't know. Like it's really soon. Um, so it's pretty funny like how all that happens because he ends up like get like trying to get a child and like a wife together, but each of them also has like their own secrets. Like they're not spies, but they have their own thing, and everybody's like kind of trying to hide it from each other because he's like doesn't tell anyone that he's a spy. But yeah, and it's very wholesome too. It's not just like suspense, but it's actually very cute
That
too.
sounds awesome. Do you have like other volumes with you?
Not with me, which is now I'm like, ugh, I wish I did because I definitely took out like 6 volumes from the library at some point, and then I hadn't gotten my hands on volume 1 at that point, so I was just like, I'll get volume 1 at some point, then I'll read the other 6 volumes, and then of course I had to return them. So now I'm like, I gotta run back out there. Let me in the library. I'm gonna get 6 more volumes again and race
That wait though.
through. Yeah.
Well, cool. I'll have to add that to the top of my manga list.
Yeah, it's super cute. I definitely see why so many people are fans of it.
It's worth the hype.
Yeah, I think somebody else on the sprint also mentioned that they were reading it.
Oh, cool.
Let me go back. I think somebody had said it pretty early on. Oh yes, okay. The Nexa said, currently reading Cursed Bunny and hoping to read Spy Family. So I don't know if they got to it on this past sprint, or if maybe in the next coming sprint. But yeah.
That's exciting though. So close to finishing the bingo card.
I know, yeah. I'm like nowhere near finishing the whole bingo card. I haven't even really been looking at the whole bingo board, but Spy Family's gonna help me knock out like a bunch of prompts, like at least 6 prompts, I think.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like all the prompts for Porco Rosso, so that's 3 prompts already. And then I think I sort of like tried to count this for enemies to lovers for Princess Mononoke, even though it's technically not true. It's loosely true. And then I think there's a few other ones scattered about, so it's a few other ways. What about you? How's your progress going for the readathon?
Let me pull it up. I made a TBR like note document
Oh,
where I was trying to get all the prompts on the bingo board, and I definitely like did double prompts for my books,
oh,
but
me too, definitely.
yeah, I think I'm like halfway through. I have like 2 more days, so hopefully I'll get
Only
some done tonight.
you'll be fine. That's
Yeah.
totally doable. It's fine. Were you just doing were you planning to just do like prompts from your movie or like bingo board only?
I always like to try to do the bingo board so I can do all of them. Um, I failed last year, so I was trying to have like a redemption this year.
I think last year I tried to like black out the board and I think maybe I got like 1 or 2 bingos last year.
That's impressive.
I have to go back and check at what the bingo board is now because I literally haven't looked at it in so long. I'll have to do that on the next sprint and double check my progress, I guess.
Yay.
Yeah, we're so close. It's almost over. I can't believe it. It's only
I
like
know.
today, tomorrow, and the next day, 3 more days. I mean, like today's over, so 2 days. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's been such a busy month for all of the hosts too, which
I know, yeah. A
is
lot of
crazy.
people have been traveling. I know you have like a lot of stuff with your friend's wedding. So there's just
Yeah.
like a million things happening at the same time.
But we made it.
We made it. We're almost there. I'm just gonna pop over to the comments real quick. So Hillary said, so we were talking about a 700 plus page book that Hillary DNF'd.
Oh wow.
But we were like, just count it for the readathon because it's so long. And Hillary already read like 85% of it. So
Oh wow.
counts. But no plot, just events feels like torture.
Yeah.
I don't know. There has to be something that links it together, or it's just a history book. Like it's, and also like history books could be interesting, but this just sounds not great. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Hey, all, reading Timber by Tate James, the 4th in the Haiti. Oh, Tate James. His name was Tate James the 4th. Okay, the 4th in the Hades series, currently at 40%. I did not know there was a Hades series. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I am curious. I don't know what that is, but it sounds intriguing enough that we're both
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, Hades. Okay, Timber by Tate James.
It looks saucy. Mafia romance.
It does look saucy. Oh, Mafia. My best friend, my right-hand man, the man I trusted above all others. Zayden de Rosa declared his love for me and pursued me until he shattered the walls between us, and the man who loved me proved to be a traitor, and I never saw that coming. Abandoned. My fierce lover. Oh my god. This is so dramatic. I love it. Let me kill him
I
and
like
erase
the
him.
narration a lot.
Oh my god. I'm Hades. He'll never see me coming. Oh my gosh. Book 4 of 4. Oh, so it's the last book. And 750 pages. Dang. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun one. Yes,
please let us know
Jean.
if it's good.
I read 36 pages of Gingerbread. That's very good. I feel like every time I have to read it, like a physical page that's not a manga, but like, a page in my book, I can't do like a page per minute. So, like anywhere near, like close to a page per minute, since we did about 40 minutes, is super impressive to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, all these people came and joined. Hello. I'm watching Howl's Moving Castle. Such a great movie. And reading The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. I just saw somebody talking about this today. I think it was G from Book Roast. And I was watching her Bookoplathon thing, and she was reading, or she picked like The Galaxy and the Ground Within, I think. Is that the newest one? By Becky Chambers? And if so, then yes. That one. I'm really excited. I have to continue that series. I think I only read 2 of the books in that series. So
Is the Becky Chambers series like the like a small and distant planet or something like that?
Oh, what's the name of the 3rd book? It's Becky Chambers. What's the Wayfarers series is what it's called. And the 1st book is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Second
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. I was so off. Okay.
I was like, something about what you're saying is close, but I'm getting confused. The second one is A Closed and Common Orbit. The 3rd is Record of a Spaceborne Few. Okay, yeah, and the 4th is The Galaxy and the Ground Within, which I think is the last one. But it's definitely the most recent one that came out. It came out last year in February? Oh my god, what happened to 2022? I thought that came out earlier this year. Wow, oh my god, time flies. Well, I'm excited for you. I haven't read this one, but I love Becky Chambers after I read To Be Taught Fortunate, so I'm very excited for you. Just joining for the first time, hello, welcome. Reading The Count of Monte Cristo. That is a thickie. That is definitely a thickie. That's a big one. I have some friends outside of BookTube who were reading The Count of Monte Cristo, and I don't think they've finished. And they started like 2 years ago for book club. It's a very long book, but I hope you're enjoying it. It's a really good story. I gave The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea 4 stars. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of like 4 and 5 star ratings for that book, so I think it'll be a fun discussion for the group book. I'm trying to finish Autobiography. Oh, I do know this one. And then once I'm done, switch over to You've Reached Sam. I haven't read either of those, but they're both on my TBR.
Same.
I'm 75% done with Amari and the Night Brothers. Oh my gosh, Amari. I hope you're loving it. You said you're enjoying it. I hope that you love the whole book as a whole. It's a great book. Have you read that one, Nicolee?
No, I haven't. I want to. I think I saw you gave it a really good rating.
Yeah, I think I gave it like 4.5 stars or something like that. And a lot of people like love that one. That one is not a standalone. It kind of feels like it, but I think the second one just came out, or you know what? Time is an illusion. I better look this up. Amari. It's like there's some trials or something that's in the title of the second one. Let's see. Nope. Amari and the Great Game. That's what the
Oh,
and then their 3rd one's coming out too. So yeah. The second book, it looks like it's coming out tomorrow. Oh my god. Okay, so the second book comes out tomorrow. Perfect time to read the first book.
yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah. The description is Artemis Fowl meets Men in Black, which is an interesting description, but it gives like really big Nevermore vibes if you've read that middle grade series, and kind of like Percy Jackson vibes, kind of. Like it's a middle grade series that feels like perfect for people who want to like sink into a fantasy world and stuff. So it's definitely a very fun time. A lot of mystery elements too. So yeah. Just joined. Hello. I'll be reading Matilda. Ooh.
Such a good book.
I have not read Matilda. I have seen it, but I have not read it. I'm gonna have to put that on my TBR too. Dang.
The movie is elite. I love the movie so much. The comfort movie for sure.
I feel like I have to watch it. Like I saw the musical, but I didn't see the movie, which feels like sacrilegious. Like I didn't read the book, I didn't see the movie, I just saw the musical. So I'm gonna have to watch the movie.
It's so good.
Maybe we'll set up a movie night and I'll watch it. That
I
way
would love
I
that.
have to, and it'll
I would
happen.
be honored to hear all of your thoughts.
Yes, that would be amazing. Stepped away for the last bit, but I read 16 pages of Cursed Bunny. Still haven't started Spy Family. Listen, if you're struggling with Cursed Bunny at all, or any book, pick up Spy Family. You're gonna be like almost done. It's so good. It's hard not to like stop. Like this is not because I'm a fast reader. It's just because it's good. Like it's good. It's great. Oh my god! Wait, I just read the first volume of this like yesterday. I think Sunday. That was yesterday. Witch Hat Atelier. I just finished the first one, and I have the other 4 volumes next to me. That was also very fun and very cool. That's like a young girl who really wants to be involved in magic, and she really wants to be a witch, but only certain people can be witches. And then one day she kind of like uncovers a secret that allows her to be a witch, and she has to go off and, you know, learn how to do it, learn how to do magic and everything. But I'm also excited to continue.
Screenshotted it already.
You what?
I've screenshotted it. I'm ready to read that as well.
Oh, okay.
Never-ending list now of TBR.
Yeah, it's so hard to like ever even complete a monthly TBR because I feel like I'm always constantly adding stuff. It's rough, but it's great. I mean, I feel like manga is okay. Like there's a good and a bad side to it. The good side is like you'll probably get through the volumes so you feel like you're making progress. But the bad news is because they're so fast to get through, there might be like 40 volumes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Are we going to complete it? Not sure. But I do have volume 2 by my side. I'm thinking about picking it up, but I'm like really resisting the urge so I can get through the rest of the Studio Ghibli TBR, and then maybe I'll start Witch Hat in September.
How many more books in your Studio Ghibli TBR do you have?
That's a really good question. So assuming Spy Family was done, I have what's left? I was going to read the Violin Conspiracy, but I was counting on my hold coming in, and it didn't come in. But I was actually, well, I mentioned this before, and I was like, oh, I don't have a prompt for that, but I realized I did read Sorry Not Sorry by Naya Rivers. Is that her last name? From Glee?
Oh, Naya, I think it's Naya Riviera.
Riviera, yes. And that, I mean, like, she talks about singing and Glee, so that kind of is about music a little bit.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So if that's done, then that counts. And then I need to finish Thank You for Listening, which I'm 41% of the way through, which is a new book about an audiobook narrator. What else do I have? I have all of this like on an Excel spreadsheet downstairs. I don't have it on this computer, so I'm like trying to remember everything else.
No worries, no worries.
Oh, I also have the Drowned Country, or no, Silver in the Wood. Drowned Country is the second book. Silver in the Wood, which is a short novella, which I would use it for like Arietti prompts, where it's like a short book and stuff like that, magical realism, and a couple of the other prompts that are like a different format than you're used to, because I don't read that many novellas and like physical books, I guess. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's like actually doable, but it's also so few that I'm like, it's almost doable.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
If I didn't have to work and I had no activities in the evening, I could probably get it done, but I'm not sure. Oh, and also Watchmen, which I was reading for the sci-fi prompt, and I started that, but it's a very like dense graphic novel, so.
Oh, so it takes a while.
Yeah, it takes a bit of a while. Also, I agree. August flew by, for sure. What about you? Do you know which ones you have left for your prompts?
So I was trying to black out the bingo board, So I picked a different book for every single prompt.
Oh my
And
god.
at that point, that's just not realistic anymore. Um, but I think I'm gonna read Come Tumbling Down, which is the
Oh my
third
god.
of the
Yes.
Wayward Children
The
series. I'm
Wayward
getting
Children.
really into it.
Oh my god. Yes. I love The Wayward Children so much. It's so good. I
It
love it so
really
much.
is. I actually realized it's the fifth one I think I'm on, but I just finished the fourth one a couple days ago, and it kind of like touched me in a different
Yeah.
way than the rest
This
of the series had. If
this
you
one?
know, yeah,
Yeah. I loved this one in like a very special way. Like I really enjoyed the other ones, and I already kind of like loved the cast by the end. Like somewhere around the third book I was like, okay, I really love these kids. Like they're really special,
yeah.
they're great. And then I read this book and I was like, and as soon as I finished it, I read it again immediately. And then this was like the only one that I put on my wish list at the time because I was like, I love this one so much. And then Casey got it for me for Christmas. So I was
Aww.
very excited to have it because it's so good. And I love Lundy. It's great. But also, I'm excited for you to like continue on because when you get to Where the Drowned Girls Go, that's also like top tier, like one of my favorites. And like one of my favorite books I read this year still. And I read it back in like February, I think.
Oh my
So
gosh, that makes me so excited. I think was she in like the third book? Did she like make a cameo in the third book with
Where the Drowned Girls
Google?
Go is about Cora. I don't know if she's in the third book yet. Cora's the mermaid. So I
I
don't know if
think
you've read
I might
hers.
have met her.
But
Oh,
I think
I did meet her in the candy one, the Candyland one.
okay. She's definitely in the fifth book. Um definitely. She's definitely in the fifth book. Because I think Where the Drowned Girls Go is the sixth one. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, how many are there?
I think there's currently 6, and the 7th one is coming out early next year, which is very exciting. Let me check before I lie on a live stream. Let me see. Oh, I am lying. Okay, sorry. Don't know my own favorite series. Sorry. Number 5 is Come Tumbling Down, which is what you're reading. Number 6 is Across the Greengrass Fields, and it's sort of like an aside, which is about somebody like we haven't heard about before. And then the 7th one is
Oh,
Where the Drowned Girls Go, which is about Cora, but it also incorporates like all the other characters and stuff, including like some stuff from the 6th book. And then the 8th book is coming out early next year, which is called Lost in the Moment and Found. And that one comes out January 10th. So I'm eagerly awaiting. I like jumped on Edelweiss and I was like, please, I love this series so much. I'll actually read this arc, please. I'll do it, I promise.
I hope you get it. That's so exciting.
I hope. I'll wish and pray. So
We're
good.
gonna manifest it.
I'll manifest it. And if I don't get it, then January 10th, I'll be reading it. So it's fine.
We'll do a buddy read.
Yeah,
It'll be
I would love
good.
to. I would honestly like reread the series. It's so good. I'd be happy to. So
It really is. It gives me the kind of like whimsy that I felt when I was watching the Chronicles of Narnia as a kid.
hmm.
But you know, like I always thought, you know, I wish I could be in their shoes and go to Narnia. But I was honestly such a scaredy cat, like in my childhood. Like if I saw a door in my closet, I would probably book it. I don't know if I would go through it.
Call an adult and be like, hey, there's something in here.
Yeah.
So you're just responsible. That's what that is, I think. I mean, like, I think The Wayward Children is maybe kind of similar to Narnia because it's like, going through a door to a magical world, which is very similar to, like, Alice going down the rabbit hole or, like, any of the other stories like Narnia of, like, you go through a door to a magical place. But it's definitely, like, so dark. Like, I feel like Narnia, I've only seen the first movie, I think, but, like, there were definitely dark elements to it, but there's, like, a lot of bad stuff that like you read the second book. So like you remember there was like stuff about like killing people or like even the first book there's a murder mystery. So there's like, really interesting strange stuff that's like definitely for adults.
Yeah.
So it's like so interesting to read something that feels like the framing device of a children's story, like kind of like a fairy tale, but to perceive it as an adult because it's meant to be from an adult perspective. And it's also like very inclusive too, which I really liked.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
really like that a lot. I honestly, I was thinking about it when I was reading this group book, because this group book that we're doing is a YA, right?
I think so, yeah.
I was kind of thinking about how, I don't know, I feel like there aren't as many. This could just be because I'm not cultured in a lot of books, maybe because I got back into reading only a couple years ago, but I feel like there aren't a lot of YA fantasy, or sorry, adult fantasy books that have the same kind of tone as
Mhm.
YA fantasy books. Like I feel like most of adult fantasy books are pretty like high fantasy catered, or lots of action
Yeah.
and fighting. And I wish that there would be more where like adult 20 or 30 something women could be whisked off by fairy princes. Um,
I think that's probably like always categorized as new adult because that's always like a court of thorns and
yeah,
roses and stuff.
more.
But like I totally know what you mean because it feels like those are also always kind of in the category of fantasy romance of like you're being swept away to basically live in a fan fiction where everybody's in love with you and like nothing bad will ever happen to you, and even when bad things happen you'll just be rescued immediately by the handsome prince who will fight over some other handsome prince to marry you, and then eventually you'll marry one of them, or like whatever it is. And it feels like fine, but it also kind of feels like something that's always like a pigeonholed like reading category or something. Like there isn't a lot of space until more recent years for like adult fantasies that aren't necessarily like romance or like smut or anything like that, but are just like the same way that like YA fantasy could have like a hint of romance, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also about like the journey of like becoming somebody different or whatever. And maybe it's like for reasons like that that I really enjoyed Wayward Children, because it wasn't like a romance thing, and it also was dark, but it was also about like young children going through like normal human things that like anybody at any age could experience and then have to like grapple with, and not just like your most typical experiences, but still like framed within the story, so like it never takes you out of it, but it's still like interesting to follow. But also, like, I haven't read that much adult fantasy either. I too only got back into reading a few years ago, so maybe we're both just like, this is how it is, and we don't know. Maybe. I
And
don't know.
everyone's like,
It could be. I'm gonna just hop back to comments before we fall really behind.
okay.
Hello. Going old school just started Night Shifts. That's very
Right.
fun. Well, it's an ebook, so it's hard to tell if it's okay. It's hard to tell if it's the same as the physical book. Yeah, that's always annoying to me when like you're reading your Kindle or something and it's like page 5 of 3,000. You're like, no, that's not how many pages there are in this book, but I don't know what the math is to convert this to the actual physical pages. Galaxy in the Ground Within is the newest one. Book 3, which is Record of a Space Review, which is my favorite in the series so far, so I definitely recommend picking it back up. Yeah, that was the one I, for some reason, like got stuck before I continued for the rest of the series, but it's definitely going to be a good one from what I heard, because, like, depending on the characters that they follow, I know, like, each of the different books after the first one follows a different set of characters. Hello, maybe a cat? Hoping to almost finish Honey and Spice. Have about 100 pages left, and I'm loving it. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I am reading and listening to the audiobook of The Count of Monte Cristo. Ooh, that is a really long audiobook, too. I think that one's like 50 hours or 60 hours. Like, it's a really super long book. Chapter 65 so far. Wow, it's great. A bit bold of a statement, but it might be my favorite book of all time. Ooh, that is a very bold claim, but I'm very happy for you if it's true. Just 50 pages left in my nonfiction. I treated this like a journal. I haven't annotated a book in nearly 20 years, but Jesus and John, every time you say Jesus, I'm like, what? Like, Jesus, what? Jesus and John Wayne is covered in highlighter and pencil notes. That's great. Sometimes when you get to finally annotate a book, it's very cathartic getting to write all of your notes down and everything. So that's awesome. How have you never watched Matilda? I know. I'm uncultured like that. I'm sorry. It's just the way that I am. Well, maybe Nicolee can fix me. We'll see.
We'll have a fall movie night.
We'll have a movie night. It's what it is. Hi all, I'm just joining reading the Obelisk Gate. Ooh. I also think I saw someone talking about Obelisk Gate recently. I hope you are enjoying it. I have not picked up the Broken Earth trilogy yet either. Literally, the uncultured is showing for me. This is so bad. I'm picking up the Obelisk Gate as soon as I'm done with my current read. Ooh, do I smell a buddy read? Maybe. Trying to set people up, matchmaking, it's my thing. Reading My Heart is a Chainsaw. Ooh, I've also heard about that one. It's so bad. Every time I hear about a book, I'm like, I've heard of that. Nothing else to add, but I've heard of it. Yeah. Well, I hope
Okay, that's one advantage over me. I haven't even heard of past two books.
it's fine. Okay. I think it's time for us to jump into another sprint. I'm gonna look up my progress on my bingo board and get some reading done. So I'm probably gonna try for like maybe a 35-minute sprint. Last time we did 40, so like 35 is like a balanced amount. Does that sound good? Is that okay?
That sounds great.
All right, so we'll read until basically the top of the hour, I think. Wow, I feel like the time like skips super fast on my computer where I was like, didn't I say this like 2 whole minutes ago? That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna read until the top of the hour, which is about 33 minutes. And we'll see you then.
Sounds good.
Oh, that timing. Hi.
Hi, Christine.
Hey, not me literally getting here right on time. Hello.
Literally, the bell rang and you came.
Hello. How's it going?
And mark you here for attendance is amazing.
What's going on?
Not much. I just finished Spy Family Volume 1, which was very good.
Oh my gosh, everybody's obsessed.
Yeah, I totally see why. I gotta get my hands on Volume 2.
Apparently it's like out of stock, so.
Oh, really? I was just gonna get it from my library because I know they have like all the volumes, I think, that are out.
Oh, well then you're lucky. You're
Yeah.
lucky.
How are
What
you?
is-
How are things?
Y'all, I was stuck in traffic for I want to say like 3 hours. It was the worst day
Oh
of
my
my life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, today's been a really rough day. So, are you guys going to be sprinting for much longer, or did I come in on the literal last?
I'm
Right.
okay with going like another one after this.
Okay. I was like, I'm ready to read.
I'm sorry that you have not had the best day.
That's okay. Can't have winners all the time, you know what I mean?
If they were all winners, how would we?
Know the highs from the lows.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you guys reading?
I'm reading the group book for the Studio Ghibli Readathon, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea.
Oh my god, are you liking it?
Yeah, it's like the first fantasy book I've read after the Jade Legacy series, Jade City series,
Oh no.
and I'm liking it so far. I don't feel like I'm like in it yet, but it's
Well, you're
fun.
still pretty early on to it. I think it might hit soon, but not quite yet.
Fingers crossed.
And yeah, it's definitely like a bird's eye fantasy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll see. What book are you planning on reading?
I've got this one, it's an arc called Would You Rather? And essentially it's just a romance about it's like friends to lovers, I guess, but they do like a marriage of convenience because this girl needs healthcare. And they've been best friends apparently since they were really young.
I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I was like, that got real fast.
Yeah, well, she apparently she like needs a kidney transplant, and so she goes to the hospital like every week, and so because of that, she has to keep her insurance, and there's like a sticky situation where her BFF is like, just marry me. And I'm like, does this happen? Like, is
what
this
a way to get your friend you've been like having an unrequited love
I mean, yeah, it's like one of those where like the girl's like, you couldn't possibly love me, and it's like he's been in love with you for like your whole entire life. Yeah, that's one of those. But like, I'm liking it. It's really cute. I wish I could tell you who the author is, but I have no idea.
Are you reading it on Kindle?
Yeah, it's on my Kindle, and like you guys know, I just got this thing, so do I know how to work it? Not really. But yeah.
Did you get the paperwhite?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've had mine for like 2 years and I'm still kind of trying to figure out how it works.
I for the longest time couldn't figure out how to get to like my library. I was like, how do I get out of this main screen? You know what I mean?
I had to like Google it where I was like, how do I
get out of here?
Or like tap the screen, like where?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything.
I had no idea. I'm about to look it up though, and so that you guys can know. No one cares, I'm sure, about the author.
Is it Would You Rather by Allison Ashley?
That's it.
Here you go.
There she blows. Yeah, it's really cute.
You know?
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those where she's like, yeah, the guy, he's like so cute and beautiful and blah blah, but like he would never want to be with me. And I'm like, sister, just because you're in the hospital doesn't mean you're not a catch.
It's so funny. It's like he would never want to be with me, and he's like, marry me for convenience.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, what man has ever said that and been like, it's not a big deal?
Yeah, I will say, guys usually don't do anything they don't want to do, so.
Yeah. So.
What are you reading, Rachel?
Well, I just finished Spy Family, so now I'm
Oh,
like,
you just said
why?
that. I'm sorry. I'm
What do
literally
I do
crazy.
next?
Yeah,
It's
what are you
fine.
doing
I'm
next?
trying to also figure out from my TBR thing what is left for me to read and do.
Are you blacking out the board?
I realized that that's totally what my TBR was. Every single, I came up with a prompt for every single one except for Friends to Lovers because I couldn't think of one that fit into my already there TBR.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strong family bond in Spy Family, that's for sure. That features nature, probably.
Are you doubling up?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I used Jade Legacy for Friends to Lovers prompt.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna count that. Friends to Lovers. Jeez, what do I have left? What did I read this month? I gotta go on Goodreads.
I feel like this has been the longest month ever.
It feels so long. I don't know.
I don't
It
get
just
it.
feels like it's been August for 3 months, and yet
Yeah.
somehow I didn't stream the movies earlier, so I'm like, everything's happening right now. I'm very aware of the end of August.
Yeah, I'm like, is today the last day, or we have 2 more days? Is that what it
We got
is?
2 more.
Let me look at this calendar. Okay, yeah. We have 2 more days. Yeah. It's gonna be busy. Busy.
They're busy. Okay, what have I read so far? Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna take everybody on this journey with me, so that way I'm not just doing this on my own like a weirdo. Okay.
What journey are we going on?
What did I read?
Oh my God! Not the Goodreads.
Goodreads. Okay, wait. Okay. My month started with Sorry Not Sorry, which is a nonfiction. I don't think that was a prompt.
Wait, I'm dead. You didn't like Ophelia after all. You
It
gave it a
was
3.
good. It wasn't my favorite.
Was it? Because you gave it a 3, my girl.
Yeah, so it was a good coming of age. That's Ophelia after all. Does anything feature siblings?
So no.
Oh, Jade Legacy for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I read that definitely. Also, I thought Spy Family includes a dog, but I think we didn't get to that part yet. So
I think that's volume 4.
yeah, there's definitely a dog on the cover of volume 4, but dog is not in the family yet. So I gotta find a different book that involves an animal.
Sundial involves an animal.
Sundial kind of involves an animal. I'm gonna count that. That's fine.
It for sure involves an animal.
That definitely counts. Walking to Aldebaran was pretty short. I'm gonna say that's a short book.
I don't even know what that is, so there you go.
It's a super short sci-fi that I finished and I was like, wait, what? And I immediately reread it. It was very interesting.
Wait, go down really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, you made a fool of death with your beauty.
That was
another that one in July.
Yeah, that was July. But see, Persepolis is a graphic novel, so that counts. Oh, strong woman protagonist. I mean, definitely Sundials, for sure.
100%.
Is there magical realism in Sundial, would you say?
No.
Not. I don't know if I would count it as magical real. I mean, Jade Legacy is magical realism, I would say.
I get confused with magical realism and urban. Look it up.
I do too, sometimes.
All the definitions. Style of literary fiction and art. It paints a realistic view of the world while also adding magical elements, often blurring the lines. Which sounds a lot like an urban fantasy. Genre of literature encompassing novels, novellas, blah, 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 blah. Fantastical characters and concepts are placed in a real-world urban setting, often in present day. Okay, so yeah, it's magical realism.
Okay.
100%. 100.
Okay, I think based on this, what I have left is historical fiction. I don't remember what I put down for that on my TBR. Enemies to lovers, which I was originally going to do Spy Family for, but that's just not accurate. Different format. Maybe I'll pick for the manga, but I had a novella. And a book about books. I'm currently reading Thank You for Listening by Julia Whelan, which is it's a romance about audiobook narrators who like don't know who the other is, but they both are narrating a book together, and they have all this banter and stuff, and of course they're going to realize like it was you all along. Oh my god. So at 2.7 times speed, I only have 2 hours and 20 minutes left.
Oh my god, 2.7? I'm like, hello.
That might be the vibe. I think that might be what I'll do, and I'll just like do a Sudoku puzzle and listen so I can focus for the next sprint. That'll be the way.
You're winning. I could never do a Sudoku while I'm listening to an audiobook. I would be like howling. Like, no, you did not do all that.
I love doing Sudoku. It's like helps me focus on this, but in such a like, I don't know. It's almost like I'm very present with the Sudoku puzzle, but I'm like focused in on just that thing, so all the other thoughts go away, so I can listen to just the audiobook.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
I'm like that with puzzles.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
like
I'd have
something
to color.
simple.
It'd be like coloring.
Yeah. Or like Bujo stuff. Same thing.
I know. I'm so behind on my Bujo. I'm like, what even is a planner?
I'm super behind. I was supposed to have done a whole thing of like, here's my Studio Ghibli spread. And I'm like, I didn't even make it. Like,
wow. Just life, man. You know, you make plans. You don't go through with them plans. That's okay. That's my outlook this month.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all right. Oh, well.
Good night.
Good night. But thank you for sprinting with us.
Excuse me.
Reading the last thing. Oh, I read this. The last thing he told me. It's not for any prompts because I read a bazillion books in August and filled all the prompts already. Wow. Yeah, some people already blacked out the board pretty early in the month.
Yeah.
Good for y'all.
Incredible.
Good for y'all.
And a lot of people didn't double up for some of those too. Like they just finished and there were no repeats. So amazing. Seriously.
Wow.
Christine shall arrive once the bell is heard. It's true.
It's purely by accident. Purely.
All right, 30 more pages of gingerbread. I hope you're enjoying it. I read, then I got distracted. Story of our lives.
Welcome to our lives.
Read 2 chapters. Very nice. Christine, how did your weekend TBR go? Inquiring minds want to know.
I did some vlogging. And I did some reading, and the 24-hour reading vlog that I'm doing, it's the timer method that like literally I didn't realize was going around on BookTube, but like everybody's doing it right now. So I still got some time left on the timer. I haven't finished it, but it's going pretty well. You guys know me. I'd be reading books.
Is this weekend TBR being like the fantasy TBR thing you put on? Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you finish any?
I can't tell you a single thing, Rachel.
Did you finish any of them? Any?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's my question.
My original plan, because I knew Sword of Kaigen was going to make me cry, like that one was last. And so I started with Ordinary Monsters. Yeah. Because I was like, that's the one that if I start that in the middle, I will literally not finish it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a historical fiction fantasy. So it went Ordinary Monsters, Master of Jin, Sword of Kaigen.
Master of Jin's the shortest out of all 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
They're very thick books.
Yeah, they're all really they're all large books for sure.
It's been a fun time.
Everybody, if we keep asking questions, eventually Christine will crack and tell us something.
It's just like funny because like I'll post something thinking it's normal. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then like 40 people
Everyone
are
is like,
you're a psycho. Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. Yeah, when you were like, I'm gonna read this in 24 hours, I was like,
yeah.
I know.
What do you mean? Like, are you also gonna eat and sleep?
People are coming for my validity, my like authenticity or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm a fast reader. I don't know what to tell you.
You're definitely a super.
You definitely are.
You had that one TikTok that was like, "What's your superpower?" And it's like, I can read like 10 pages in 1 minute or something. It's like,
10 pages. Absolutely not. But yeah. Yeah, I guess I do read fast. I don't know. I need to find other. I just don't want to be like, you know how some people, they see fast readers and they're like, oh, you're not taking in any of the context. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be on that credibility level because that would hurt me. I'd be like,
That's
no.
just, I don't know. I feel like people say stuff like that when it's the same thing of like, oh my god, you read like 300 books in a year. How could you even remember anything? And like people find things to ask to make it like to discredit you, but it doesn't mean it's
well,
true.
especially when it's a fantasy. People will be like, so what did you think about this really specific thing that happened with the 2 warlords and the blah, 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 blah? And I'll be like, well, let me go back to my tabs.
Right. Where I'm like, don't, sometimes people are like a little more gatekeepy than I feel like they need to be.
Yeah, there's lots of gatekeeping. But
So,
that just comes with BookTube, I think. There's a ton of gatekeeping happening, and I'm just like, we can all just love things, you know?
We're just here to read and have a good time.
Yeah, we don't have to gatekeep. But if we do, I'll take the test. And I'll pass.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we do, like, Christine will pass with flying colors, so watch out. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer for, because you're gonna know.
Honestly, so. I'll honestly over-explain, and then you'll wish you hadn't asked. So
you'll be like, I wish I didn't do this. Like, well, that's what
happens.
There you go. I know Viz has the manga on its site, so I'm gonna read that once I'm done with Jujutsu, My Hero Academia, and possibly Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh man,
Bungo Stray Dogs. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
That one is fun. I only watched the anime for. I only watched the anime for Bungo Stray Dogs. I read Jujutsu and I read and watched My Hero. I really like My Hero Academia a lot. It's very good. Bungo Stray Dogs, I also am like a fan of as much as I've seen, and like it's weird because it has a lot of like the typical protagonist has like powers and gets roped in with like a bunch of other people who also have powers, like dynamic, but also there's like a spy theme going on at the same time that's like
people love spies these days. I'm like, loving it.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like noir crime but in color. So not noir, but like it's the same vibe of it where it's like what's really going on here. That is always my main point of intrigue, I guess. So I feel like that's not even really what it's about, but that was definitely the part that really like stuck out to me because it was the main thing at the end of season 1. I was like, this is cool. I like this.
I love it.
So
the only like anime news that I have really is like if anybody watches Bleach, I don't know if anyone cares, but I'll just say it. They have new episodes coming out of Bleach in October. And I about died when I heard that. So I'm so excited.
I have to catch up on Bleach. I only read like some of the first couple volumes.
I love Bleach so much. I don't know what my deal is.
Bleach is good.
It's so good.
I feel like it may have like done a lot of things that lost a few people because it's been going on for so long, but it's still good.
Yeah. It's real crazy. Like, I'm so crazy. I just bought the first freaking volume. And I was like, do I really want to do this to myself? Do I really want to own all the volumes of Bleach?
How many volumes are there of Bleach?
Too many.
That's the answer.
Too many. Like, I need a bind up, honestly. But it's fine.
A bind up? You could
I've got a bind up of the first
go to sleep
couple volumes of Inuyasha.
Thing. Like, it would be a whole couch, that bind up.
It really would. There's like a
74 primary works.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, it's just as much as Naruto. That's so sickening. Anyway.
Oh my god. They do have box sets, and there's only 3 box sets, but they are enormous. So, something to consider. Man, I gotta catch up. The thing is, like, as soon as I read one manga, I'm like, this was so fun. How come I don't read these all the time? These are great. Oh my god. I know. And then I've been streaming the Ghibli movie, so I'm like, these are great. I want to watch more anime again.
I know. That's the thing, too. I just started watching, I don't know if anybody's watched that Sailor Moon, like, reboot. It's like Crystal.
Oh, yes.
Crystal Eternal, or Eternal Crystal or something. And like the art is so like the girls are so skinny. I'm just like, were they always this skinny? I don't remember this, but it's definitely good. I like it.
They're probably like sort of the same like 90s style, like super skinny but kind of adapted. But I actually kind of feel like Sailor Moon, they were still skinny, but they were like more normal than like other anime girls who were like stick thin.
Yeah.
In the middle.
I think these girls are just like taller for some reason. I'm like, are you guys really 13 or like?
I kind of see that, yeah. Where I'm
just
like,
you're talking about the freaking like art as if it's real. Like
we're like these guys. There's no way.
This is reflective of real life.
What's going on?
But yeah,
their waistline needs to be appropriate. Their eyes can be as big as possible. But
yeah, I was like a little disappointed because when she does her like transformation, it's not the same music, and I don't know why I thought it would be the same.
That's actually really important.
Yeah, I was like ready to sing it, you know, but I really like it. Like I'm like, you know, trash talking it, but I do like the episodes. Oh. And now it's taking me down a whole rabbit hole of anime. Now I've just added everything that's on Netflix, and now I'm into Hulu.
And this is why it's like, how am I gonna read and watch all my anime?
Well, it's good because the animes are only like 30 minutes, so
yeah.
Like I will watch one while I'm waiting in line for something, you know what I mean? Like
that's true. Yeah. I feel like if you can like download it, or if you're just like not really doing anything, then you can just watch them quick. But for me, it's always like a marathon thing where like it will become my personality of like, I gotta do all of this.
I know. Just like the media, like we're just consuming everything. We're all consumers.
Yeah. Like I remember when I was a kid in like 5th grade, I used to wake up at like 5 a.m. to watch Naruto before school. It was an obsession.
You're like, committed. Because I didn't even like Naruto. I was like, this is not it.
Everybody had already been like caught up. They were watching the most recent thing, and I was like, I've got to catch up with all the cool kids.
Oh my
god! I gotta go start at episode 1 and figure out what's going on and watch like 2 or 3 episodes.
Too. They've got a spin-off manga.
Yeah, I didn't even get that far with the manga. I think
I've read the last one. I read the very last one.
You read all of them?
No.
Or just the last one?
Yeah, because like, I did my reading vlog for freaking Heartstopper, and
that's
vlog, I totally he's reading the last volume of Naruto, and my dumb idiot self was
read it without context, like
no context whatsoever. I was like, oh, people are dying. Oh, this is serious.
Is the last volume like what happens in Shippuden then? So it's like the big fox form.
It's like all of it, like and the weird thing is I recognize everybody, so like they still have the same.
Like they have kind of the same thing, but like they look a little different for the most part. But when you see the 9-tailed fox and he's like a whole like man, I was like, I lost my mind.
But they have like a character list in the front to tell you who everybody is, so I was like caught up, and so it's like I didn't even have to go through the whole thing to know what was going on, and I was like, I can't believe I just read this. I just read the last like volume. Like what?
Now you don't have to read like the 25 filler.
Thank God, because like I really couldn't stand it, y'all. I was like, this is too much. This is like watching Pokemon. You know what I mean? Every episode is the same. I love Pokemon, okay, but at one point, when is Ash gonna catch them all?
When he's gonna catch one?
I just don't get it. You know. Anyway,
it's so funny to me when you think about Pokemon and how like Ash didn't really do that much, and he's like, I'm gonna be the very best, and it's like.
The very best was Pikachu. Pikachu was the very best.
Like you got most of your things handed to you. Every time you go to a gym, you like lose, and then they just give you a badge anyway.
They're like, good try.
It's like definitely a participation award. And they're like, you have to master this gym to get a badge, and every time they're like, just take it. Like,
you're a good person. Here you go.
Didn't realize these badges were based on morality and not performance.
Yeah.
It seems very, anime. Cartoon.
Not the tangent I meant to go on, but I'm just saying.
New fantasies? What were they?
Oh, were they Ordinary Monsters and the Dead Djinn in Cairo? Is that what it's called?
The Dead Djinn in Cairo? Is that what you just said?
That's a different book. Master of Djinn. My bad. Christina took me an hour and a half to get home from work in Culver City.
Yeah, there was an accident on the 101, and I was like, okay. I just won't get home.
Ever. I'll just sleep here.
I will just live here.
Dang.
In the car.
That's horrible.
I'm glad you made it.
Me
Just
too.
we're at 50% of Spy Family Volume 1. I'm very excited for you to continue.
Definitely get on the Spy Family train.
Yeah.
Not that I've read a single volume, but...
You should. You'd love it, I think.
I know I would, but, like, this is the difference between me and Monique. She can stop in the middle of something and come back to it later. I am a consumer. I'm a binger. So, like, if I read the first one, I am going to read the whole entire thing, like everything that's out. This is
why the Barbarian series went the way it did, where you were like, I think I might read one of the books, and then I talked to you like 3 days later, and you were like, I'm on number 11, and I was like, okay,
I don't. To me, I've got a problem. But
4 days later, you were like, I'm almost caught up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
The thing is, though, in my defense with Barbarians, it is very easy to listen to the audio.
It is very easy.
They're only like 3 hours long, okay? And then if you do 1.5 speed, which is my speed, that's not that long for an audio.
Are they only 3 hours? I thought they were like 5 hours or something.
It might be 3 hours with the 1.5.
Okay.
Maybe 3 hours with the 1.5. But I usually listen to them like when I work out, like when I run. And so I'm like going on like a pretty long run and like, you know, whatever. And then also when I'm driving like an hour away.
When you're stuck on the 101 for 4 hours, it's like, well, I can basically finish 2 Barbarian books before I get home.
That's right. That's right.
That's the way it is. You gotta
I'll
use it.
keep that in mind. I'll have it like downloaded, ready to go.
Yes.
Jujutsu Kaisen involves an animal. It does? I read the first 3 volumes like a long time ago. JK, animal. Character. Who's that? Oh, like the panda? Oh, okay.
Is it I don't know why I'm thinking like a crow. Did I make that up?
Is there a crow?
The panda is.
There's a crow lady?
There is?
I think so. Maybe.
I've only watched episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh.
You're the crow.
I can't believe I said that and that was true. I really thought I was lying to y'all. Anyway, I haven't read any of the manga, so there's that.
I remember it being pretty good. I know,
the show is great.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like love the anime. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but
I think it's on
Crunchyroll.
I'm not gonna say because I don't know. It's on something. It's on some streaming service.
It's definitely on Crunchyroll, I'm sure.
Well, we don't have Crunchyroll. We have I think it's on like HBO, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but I think it's on HBO.
Okay.
Anyway, neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. That's wild. Y'all wild.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. It's not just me. I can't always go 3 times speed, but when I can, it's a great feeling. It's definitely like a struggle I have to try for, but it's a great feeling. Crazy.
Good for you.
Oh my gosh. We just got I don't remember what these are called, like the super chats. That's what they're called. Thanks for streaming and the sprints. Hope you all have a great night. Thanks so much. Oh, thanks so much for joining us. I know this was also your first sprint, so it was super cool.
That's really nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Maximus.
I love the name.
Yeah. I have no idea how this works. Like when that stuff shows up, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, I haven't like done one myself, but I think it may show up as an option if you turn super chats on for subscribers. So, or just I guess for folks in the chat. So. I feel the same thing when I listen to audiobooks and knit or so. Okay, this is like the whole like you're just focusing on the thing in front of you. Yeah. Because I feel like if you're listening to an audiobook, like you're still experiencing the world around you, and I'm always the type of person who's thinking about like 30 different things at the same time. So I have to just be like, audiobook, simple, like repetitive task to not do the other things.
Yeah.
You know, like I need to hyper focus on the book and not other stuff. Life is what happens when you're making other plans. Hey, it's a
Honestly,
book for a reason.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh, Christine, you can voice this one.
You crazy, crazy girl.
That's your favorite.
It really is. Like, I don't know when I became a TikTok like quoter, but that's apparently my brand now.
When that was on like the book buying ban bingo board, and like you immediately blacked out that square, where you were like,
that night I blacked it out. I was like, I've already done it. I've literally done it.
I've done it by the time the board was made. Like,
she was Sarah wanted us to do like, you have to do like 10 of them, and I was like, I can't keep up with that. Like, I'm just gonna say one. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like on that board I haven't, again, another thing I haven't checked. I feel like I've done at least like 2 things on that board, but I am unfortunately not enough of a TikTok quoter yet.
Honestly, it's kind of a hard board too, so.
Well, also, are they all your owned TBR, or are they just stuff? Because some of them seem like library book things.
Yeah, like I think the idea is to do as many that are owned books as possible, but of course, like the library one, you know, that one's from the library, so. Yeah. That's actually, I got that book, A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, I think is her last name. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That age gap romance.
I gotta look this one up.
It was like a book of the month book. And we had the copy. I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally maybe gave it away. So I was like, I'm just going to get this from the library and read it.
Oh, I think I remember you mentioning this before.
It's supposed to be really cute.
Oh, Casey gave it 5 stars and says, "This was so sweet. I will never be the same." And then 10 crying emojis.
Wow.
So.
There you go. Yeah, that's going to be my library one. So I've got to read it quick because I got to skip the line. And they're like reminding me that it's going to be due in like a day. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Gotta come get your book.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you loving it, Shannon? Ah! Are you loving it? Oh my God.
Why do you forget every book ever? I'm like, what's that? Of course. Okay. Duh.
So excited for you. Okay. I'm reeling it in.
I'm loving this book. Amazing.
It's so good. So good. I can take it for sure. Let's do it.
I was definitely not questioning your ability to do that. TBR, I was just impressed by your confidence.
Oh yeah.
It really is the confidence.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You were like, what am I going to read this month? This? I'm going to pull it off my shelf. I was like, what?
I'm a psycho. I'm a psychopath. No, yeah,
it wasn't. You picked more than one book, and the fact the book was more than 200 pages, I was like, but
I know.
Also,
I know. I didn't realize it was going to be such a controversy, but it's fine. It's fine.
Bungo Stray Dogs is also based off real literary authors and the books that they're really famous for.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. I did not know that.
This was deep.
Now I feel like I gotta go watch it again because I'm like, I did not pick up on that. Maybe I would know now that I'm like a book person again. You know?
I read?
Like, I read a little, so maybe I know somebody.
Just a little. Just a little. Yes, new episodes of Bleach. It's following a certain story arc. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll tell you. I looked it up last night because I was like, basically I went to H Mart and was getting groceries and the guy saw my shirt and he was like, yo, do you watch Bleach? And I was like, why would I have this shirt on if I didn't watch Bleach? And then he was like, there are going to be new episodes. And I was like, you're lying to me. What? And so then we had this whole conversation about how Bleach like needed more episodes and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, look it up. And so I was like, all right, I will. And that's the end of the story. You guys are caught up. It's
adventure.
It's the 1,000-year Blood War arc. If anyone's familiar. If not, that's fine. But yeah, it's gonna be good. The art for it looks so good. I'm like, I'm dying. Okay.
It's all the new stuff.
Also, does anybody watch the live action like movies that they're putting out on Netflix, like Full Metal or Bleach or any of that?
Okay. Are they doing that for Bleach?
They did it for Bleach and it was so good, but they did it for Full Metal like in 2017 and it was not it.
All I remember is the one that they did for Death Note, which was so bad.
Also not it. But the one for Bleach was really good. But my point in saying this is that they made another Full Metal, and I'm really disappointed that they didn't do another Bleach instead, but it's fine.
Wait, Bleach looks really good.
The Bleach live action is very
alone.
Good. Yeah,
or,
I really liked it.
Promo poster alone.
But like, I'm like, am I biased? I'm not biased though, y'all, because I really do love Full Metal as well. So
live action.
whatever.
Oh
All
god,
right, anyway.
he's just in a wig.
Yeah, it's just not good. I'm gonna steer away from anime. I won't mention it again. Anyway.
We welcome it. It's totally fine. It's on Netflix. 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's like I said. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah. It's
have you
very
seen the not to go right back into anime, but have you seen the Full Metal Alchemist like animated movies?
No.
I own them. Yeah. I love Full Metal. That was like the first anime that I ever got into besides Inuyasha.
Ooh.
So I was like living for Al. I loved him.
I got really the first time I ever watched Full Metal was like my senior year in college. Like I always knew about it, but I never got like I knew the whole like Nina thing and everything. And I was like, okay, like right.
Yeah.
But then I finally like watched the whole thing, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I don't need to study for finals. I need to watch this instead.
Yeah.
But I never got around to the
tragic.
Yeah, I never got around to the anime movies. I've heard things, but I've never seen them. Do you
There are a lot of them, I think.
There's like at least 4?
Yeah, there's like 4. I want to say they Loki just did another one, I think.
Oh.
I might be lying, but...
I was going to say, are they worth watching? But if you own them, I assume they are.
Yeah. I mean... But I watch a lot of stuff. Like, I watch stuff that's like not really that good now. Like, I don't know. I used to watch this one anime called Oh My Goddess. And I
read that. I watched that when I was like 12.
It's so good. And I rewatched it as an adult. I had to like... Anyway, I watched it in a not very legal way. But as an adult, I was like, this was not very good. But like, I'm still watching it. I'm still obsessed. I don't know. So anyway... I don't know if my taste is like great, but I'd be watching anime.
It would be this in the most Rachel fashion. You know the like opening song for Oh My Goddess, or like I don't know if is it the opening song? It was like I got it from the library or whatever. Like I borrowed it from somebody, and there was like the title screen before you pick the episode, and whatever that song was. I must have been so obsessed with Oh My Goddess at the time, or I had just watched and like been on that screen for so long that I was like, this is a great song. So of course I wrote a parody to that song because that's all I ever do.
I didn't know that this was like a thing that you did. Like when I told everybody to watch your video, the one where you redid The Little Mermaid, no one can forget.
Wait, what do you mean the one where I redid?
What do you mean? You literally did.
Okay. No, sorry. I thought you meant I redid that video where I was like, I did?
Oh, no. Like you, like, what would we call that? Like you parodied, I guess?
Yeah.
Was it a parody? Yeah. Anyway, when you parodied The Little Mermaid, I didn't realize that this was like a trait of yours where like you literally will parody anything musical. Yeah. Yes. You do.
I'm not going to say I have a notebook and folder full of parodies.
It's your personality.
You do.
But like it's like one of my favorite things on the internet. Like for everybody who's watching, if you go on Rachel's channel, you can literally find a video where she completely like reworks The Little Mermaid into like this intro for, I think it was like a readathon or something.
You know what it was.
It's like the funniest, most creative thing ever. It's like when I watched that video of Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads where she's like 16 and she just had gotten on BookTube and she's like, she goes, these are all my books. And she shows me like 3 books on her shelf.
She's like, I don't have a lot because I'm poor. I can't.
Yeah. She said, I don't have a lot because I'm poor. And I'm like, wow, what a 16-year-old POV, you know? Like, it's so true. We're all poor at that time. No one has some money, so
this is great. Well, Christine has hit her quota of the month of mentioning that because, of course, it has to come up.
I mean, I haven't talked about it in a while, but If you guys don't know this about me, I have an obsessive compulsive behavior, so I obsess over things a lot, and that's definitely a video I watch many times a year.
If anybody ever told me like years ago, it's like you're gonna create a comfort video, it's not what you think. Where I'll be like, oh, it's gonna be like, I'm reading
Look at this stuff.
aesthetic, and like, no,
It's literally so good.
It's one of my bullshit ideas. Whatever, it's fine.
It's iconic. Anyway, yes, new episodes of Bleach. Moral of the story.
That's the answer. That's what it was.
It is so good.
It's good.
It is.
Also, Mandy in the library was reading City of Brass and the Wicked King. Wait. Didn't you say it didn't go as planned? Why
not you literally reading my face. How is it going?
It didn't go as planned because you read all of it in one day? Like, why? What happened?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, like, if you would have read one, I would have said go Wicked King first because that would be easier. And
City of Brass, if you finish Wicked King, you're gonna immediately read the Queen of Nothing.
Queen of Nothing, yeah.
So
honestly, it's amazing. Show-stopping. Oh, Ice Planet Barbarians, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is this about?
Yeah, they're very bingeable. Yeah. Very bingeable. I just read all the honey, like not all of them, but like the first 3 honeymoon books. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, at first, because I'm like that person who doesn't really like novellas. I don't know if people like novellas, but like I'm like, meh.
Same.
Do we need it? Like, eh. But I'm gonna tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with the honeymoon books. I was like, wow, it's further making the plot like more intense. Like it's adding to everything. Like it's not just like a frou-frou, like, oh, we're going on a honeymoon. I'm like, you should not have named it the honeymoon books, girl. Like no one is gonna understand that they need to read these books. Anyway.
This is where the plot lives. You didn't know.
The plot has been advanced, okay? And it made me also fall in love with Liz and Rahash again. Because I was like, why did I like them in the beginning? And I read their honeymoon book and I was like, this is why I like them.
What do you mean,
why I like them?
God. They were your favorite though.
Yeah, but like, after you have read so many books, you're just like, why did I like them again? Or like, you know what I mean? Like you don't see them all the time. So being back in their world, it was nice because they're back and forth. Like the whole reason I like their relationship is because Liz will literally shit on him and be like, not literally, sorry. Liz will pick on him and be like, you shouldn't be so serious, blah, 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 blah. And he's just like a grumpy man, He's like,
it's literally grumpy and like,
yeah,
grump sunshine?
But she's not sunshine. Like she's just like a badass, you know what I mean? And I love it.
Grumpy badass.
I love it. Lots of layers there.
It's a great pairing.
Yeah, it really is. Like the emotional depth in that relationship. I'm like, wow.
It's like actually like more, like way more touching than you actually would think it was.
I know. Like, that's the one that hooked me too. Like Georgie and Bechtel, y'all are okay, but like, who's the real king and queen?
That's why when like Georgie and Bechtel show up again, they're like, no, you can't do whatever. I'm like, okay, step aside. We have a different story that we're currently.
Y'all are annoying me. Please leave.
So, I'm the opposite. It's so hard for me to finish things. Okay, I am also this way. And I guess this is also how Mo is too. It's hard for me to finish things. I haven't finished Avatar years later, and I've rewatched season 1 and 2 so many times. Please send help. Yeah. Like, I will love something and it will become like a big personality trait for me, but I usually won't finish it because I have the mentality of like, then it will be over.
Oh yeah.
I have nothing, like, what? And then like if new stuff comes out, I'll be like, all right, now I can continue, but I forgot what happened in season 1. So now I have to watch season 1 again, which is like,
that's why, I mean, honestly, I haven't finished Korean Odyssey for that one reason, so.
I have finished Korean Odyssey.
I know. I'm on the last episode, and I just can't click play for some reason.
You gotta see what happens. I mean,
I just don't want it to be over.
I mean,
that's fine. I've made my decision,
It's okay. Just live in the perpetual, it'll never be over phase.
Oh, yeah.
Christine's defense, stupid autocorrects. Mina's is her last name, you're right.
Yes.
Hello, slots. Whatever.
What incarnation are you talking about?
Sloths. That's definitely not what I thought you were going to type. Hello. I like how Christine says it's not good, and Rachel's like, interesting. Maybe I need to watch it so I can judge it.
You're not wrong.
Well, if this is about FMA, there's like a few things I've heard about like the animated movies that made me think like maybe steer away from it, or I don't know. But now I'm more of the like thing of like, okay, but I tend to like not have the same opinion as other people. So like even if other people like it's not good or like oh my god it's amazing, I'm usually like I'll just watch it or read it, like see what I think. Because
I mean, it's definitely heavy. It's just like the show.
Yeah.
Like if anything, it's like a little bit heavier because it's a movie. So you know how it is when you watch like the movie from the anime, and like the movie's definitely more epic, and you're just kind of like,
you know how like when you watched like the Powerpuff Girls movie, and it was like Mojo
Crazy.
Jojo was the like monkey of Professor Utonium's, and
yeah,
turned into.
I'm
and
like,
that was
y'all
like,
really gave him the most tragic backstory of any animated character.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that?
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's how it is, obviously, with Full Metal, because, you know, they have all those storylines going on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is it time for a rewatch again?
Yeah, 100%. I'm, like, about to rewatch Suits, so that's where I'm at with my life.
I've been wanting to
do
see that.
For a rewatch. Hi, Elizabeth. Always a pleasure to see you. So formal. Hey, Jayla. I hope your Monday's going great. I'm actually really good at parodies. Rochelle, let's collab. Okay. I'm ready. I would have... I didn't need to make this a competition. I was about to say I would have a parody off. This is asking for collaboration. I should read. Let's collab, Jayla. Let's not... I won't challenge you to a fight.
Oh my god. I'm like, am I seeing something here? Like, what's going on?
I'm fully not reading these things. I said I would do many things today that I did not do, so I suck. But the Monday didn't. Well, listen, there's only so much you can do in a day, so it's okay to be ambitious.
That's how I feel. I'm like, my Monday was not well, but I am well, you know?
Yeah. Where it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, I am here now, drinking a Modelo, so I'm good.
Not as planned because I got pulled into a spontaneous trip to San Diego. I was literally exploring so much I was too tired to read from us. Listen, that sounds way more fun than...
Wow. Yeah. Did you go to the fantasy bookstore down there? Because that was a fun time. What is it called? Can't tell you. It's got a dragon on it. I hate my brain sometimes, but I just remember the picture of the dragon. So, yeah. But they have a really nice fantasy selection there.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you're probably in
if you're able to stay down there. I have a 3-day weekend coming up, though, so I'm planning to give them...
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in all honesty, I'll probably finish the 24-hour readathon this coming weekend because I am working a lot this week. But yeah. Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a fun time. Are you guys doing anything fun?
Well, Jayla has not confirmed yet, but she might be coming over so we can make jean jackets together.
That's fun.
That is a fun craft. Hello.
I've been like dying to make like similar jean jackets to like one of the creators that I follow who makes like these really cool ones, and we've just seen like really pretty like designs and everything like that, and I've always thought like that's really cool, but I kind of also feel like I can make that, which is the other big part of my personality of like that's awesome, but instead of paying for it, I bet I could make it
in the 3D printer. Yes.
Speaking of 3D printer, I still have to mail you the trophy.
I thought that was coming like a month ago.
And I'm very bad at mailing things.
Where did she go?
It's like been there, but the thing is, it's like
right here on my little bookshelf for the little trophy.
The thing is, like, it is broken because of the way the 3D print worked out, so I have to glue it together.
It's broken.
Yeah, it is broken. Basically, like, the way the print works is, like, if you have anything, you know, like, on a flat surface that just goes, like, a perfect cube up, it's fine. But if there's anything that, like, bends over, like a book, you have to put little supports on it. So it's a stack that's like this, and then that, and then the print stopped. And so I printed it again, and it stopped again. But I was like, if I put them together upside down, it completes the stack.
Yeah, I was like, you're figuring it out,
which was great. But
I'm
then I had
like-
to pull off all the supports, and then it did break. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna glue this together,
peace.
and then I will mail it to you. So one of these days, shortly.
It's fine. There's no rush, you know.
I owe like every single friend something. Like I owe Nicolee something. I owe you something. I have like all this stuff that's waiting to be like sent in the mail.
My favorite thing is actually getting packages from Nicolee because she always like sends you extra stuff.
Nicolee will send you like 12 books and be like, I was just thinking of you. Or it's like, what?
Or like she always puts like stickers and like a cute note. And like I'm not even kidding. Where's my water bottle? Oh, of course I don't have it. But like she sent me this sticker a long time ago. It was like a Jeep and like some other stuff. And I just got a new water bottle, so I put all the stickers on. And I was like, oh my god! Every time I look at this, I'm gonna think of Nicolee.
Oh my gosh, stop!
It's so cute. Anyway, but yeah, not that like getting presents from you is literally, Rachel. This is the necklace you got me for my birthday.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so not that I don't like getting stuff from you either.
No, you don't have to like qualify it with that. Just like Nicolee's stuff is super sweet. It's great.
It's just because Nicolee is like, we're acting like she's not here.
Okay, lady.
Like she's not here. We can just talk about her.
Yeah,
like,
like she's
okay.
just the sweetest.
Last year we did the Secret Santa, which like would
Wait,
make
did
you
you have
think-
Nicolee?
Nicolee had me, so she gave me
I'm
like
so
5
jealous.
books. I know. So first of all, she gave me like 5 or 6 books that were on my
You're a freak.
I
thing.
think I got
You're
you like
great.
7 or 8
And
actually.
then like after that, then she mailed me 3 more books for Christmas because she was like, well, that was the Secret Santa, so that doesn't count. So I got you more stuff. I was like, what? What do you mean it doesn't count? It definitely counts. You got me like 5 books. I'm so
That's
excited
your
to read.
Christmas present.
And then
She
you got
just
me
loves
3
you.
books that you were like, I love these. Maybe we can buddy read them together. And I was like,
Yeah.
Rachel's like, if I ever open a physical book, yes. Buddy read.
literally, if anybody puts a book in front of me, I'll be like, buddy read? But it's all up to, can I find the audio? And if I have a
Can
physical
you
book,
find the audio? Yeah, exactly.
any book, I'm willing to buddy read.
Big
I'm
brain
willing to
energy.
do it.
Excuse me.
It sounds like the truest Monday. It really is the truest Monday. I had so many
Monday
hopes and
schmuck.
dreams, and then it was Monday. I'm the same way. If it's something a lot of people hated, I'm tempted to try it out. Yeah, because it's like, why did you hate it? Like, I want to participate.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Not the Powerpuff spoilers.
Spoilers. I'm dead. I'm over that.
Listen. It's a great show. You should watch. Longer series runs the hardest to watch the end for me. It's like saying goodbye to a friend. Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
we've been together for so long. We've been through
Yeah.
so much. I graduated. I've had like relationships.
That's how it was when we were watching Goblin. I was like, I can't believe that we're literally finishing this.
Because it took us like 4 months or something because we were watching it together to complete it. And by the time it was ready to finish, it was like, I can't stop watching because it's so good, but also I can't believe there's no more episodes after this. This is not
Yeah, it was really wild. Anyway, let's bring up
so wild.
Goblin again.
My mom has rewatched it, and every single time it comes up, she's like, we should rewatch it again. And I'm like,
Do I want to
Shit.
cry this month, Mom? Like, no, I don't. Okay? I can only watch that once a year.
we cried like
I sobbed.
4 times an episode at least. It was so
Sobbed.
much.
Oh my
Mooney
gosh.
literally was like looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, it's called
It's sad.
emotion.
It was so sad.
Yeah, like it's
I don't
freaking-
cry at like everything.
Oh, I
that other
do.
people do, but when it's like an emotional like movie with the music and stuff, it's like it's going to come.
There's something about it. I'm like,
And Goblin
oh my
does it like 12 times an episode. I'm like,
Ugh.
cry. I don't know how you make it through.
Please, let's move on. I can't sit here and do this.
I'm just thinking about the end. Like, no. I love a challenge. Diss tracks on each other's favorite books. Let's go.
That would actually be pretty entertaining. I feel like you
Pick
guys
a
would both
song.
have
This
a
is like
good.
epic rap battles, but it'll just be that one song. That would actually be really fun. I'm writing this down.
Oh my god.
Writing this down. I'll just take a picture so I remember that this exists. Yeah. All right. Made even harder by the fact that you love the Hunger Games and can't possibly say anything bad about it. I could find something to say about it, at least. I think. Maybe. No, I'll have to look at the fantasy bookstore for next time. Literally went to a library sale. Ooh. And a bookstore called Verbatim. That's a cool name for a book. Wait, Christine, is it called The Mysterious Galaxy?
Yes, it is.
So, ooh, if so, that one was on my list, but I didn't get to visit.
That's it.
Well, it might be time to visit it again.
Yeah, it was really fun. The store clerk's name was Christine. And she thought it was very funny that my name was also Christine. She thought I was joking. And I was like, nope, here's my ID.
You have to pull out the ID to be like, I'm not lying. Here.
I didn't know how else to like, she like literally thought it was a joke. And I was like, do I look like I'm joking? And then that came out weird. And so I was like, here's my ID.
Here you go. Here's the evidence.
This is awkward. The whole thing.
I'm pretty sure I've done the same thing before, so it's totally fine.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not like a super special name. Like, I'm sure you know many Christines. I don't know.
I guess it's not that unusual of a name. It's weird that you're just like, I'm the only one. This has never happened before.
I remember that like beach read quote where she's like, she always says it's not like it's a super basic name like Christine, Christina, Christy. And I'm like, wow, I get called all those names all the time.
Don't you hate all those names too, where you're like Christine only? Pretty much.
Yeah. I get called Christina quite a bit. And I'm like, please, for the love of God, it's an E.
Yeah. Like, it's right there. It's right there. I remember you got an insane amount of books. Yes, this was, okay, so this was because Nicolee gave me all those books, and then also Nitty was like, I missed your birthday, so I sent you a bunch of stuff, which was really just like Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. And then she was like, I think Amazon lost it, so I sent it again. So then I got 3 copies because Nicolee also sent me one. Oh, plus the other books Nicolee gave me.
You need to Pango
and of
books
course,
that,
also
my girl.
That, like, I'm also just bad at opening things, so it did happen that way. But it was great. Of course, I watched the show and movie silly. I'm a 90s baby. Okay, thank God. Goblin made me cry too. Because you watched it, Jayla?
No, she's talking about probably his face. His face probably made her cry. Remember, she's always clowning him because of how he looks.
So rude.
You are not right, Jayla. You are not right.
Is Goblin the show that you guys tried to watch together? Rachel fell asleep because you drugged her with melatonin.
First of all, I did not drug her, okay? I take melatonin when I've got to work early days, okay? And Rachel was saying that she couldn't sleep.
That's
so I think you ate half of one. Like, I don't even think you ate a whole one. And this child was on my couch drooling. Okay.
I think I had a gummy because I didn't know where to put it. It's just like, I'll eat this later. There's nowhere to put this. There's just like a counter, but I don't know if it's clean. So I was like, I'll just eat it. It can't kick in that fast.
It does, though. It does.
I thought it was stronger.
Anyway.
Probably through episode 3, like, it was not.
Yeah, like I eat those when I have to like go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
Oh God. Well, they're very effective.
Yep.
Say that? Do I remember that correctly? Impeccable memory.
That is it. Yep.
It's the wording of you drugged her with melatonin, which is like, it's such a... It was 1 milligram. It just really took me out.
It really did. I was like, okay, no more of that for you. Meanwhile, Jayla's like, yeah, I take 5 melatonins a night. I'm used to it.
Yeah. I still wake up in the middle of the night.
I know, bless him.
Sandy has so many cool books where they didn't have enough time.
Really? I didn't see that many when I was like trying to find like other bookstores. We like went in June for my birthday, and I was like, where are the bookstores? I was not on the right website, clearly.
They must have been 1 street over.
Yeah.
My full name is Jennifer Rose, and I frequently find people don't realize that Rose is my last name. Sometimes to the point of arguing with me.
Oh, they think it's like your middle name.
I guess. Or it's like my name is like Rachel and my middle name is Anne, but there's like Rachel Ann's. Like that's your whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
the hyphenated thing. It's like
nice
like that.
Yeah, it used to bother me, I guess, a lot because I was like, oh, like you clearly don't care about my name. But then I'm like, why would you care? So now I'm just kind of like, all right.
It's
whatever.
weird that like people would argue with you about your name though.
Yeah, that's
because like, aren't you the authority on your name?
Yeah.
So someone being like, no, it's
People
actually
argue
your first name. Where it's
about
like, I think I would know what my own name is. I think.
You would think.
It's not memento. I know who I am. I'm gonna go rewatch the LA vlog now. Post yours, Rachel. It's coming. I promise. Hold me accountable. I promise it's coming. Every sprint, I'll be attached to having the LA vlog out. I promise. I just remember laughing hysterically at that because I take 2 to 3 melatonin a night because I'm a lifelong insomniac. Yeah. That's me. I'm a walking meme. What can I say?
I had no idea that they had melatonin body wash and Epsom salts. Wow.
This feels like dangerous because if you took a shower with a melatonin body wash, wouldn't you fall asleep in the bath?
No, I mean, you probably would. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would smell it at the store and I would go to sleep on the floor.
Oh my God. Don't sniff it, Rachel.
You're supposed to, what if it doesn't smell good? I can't buy it if it stinks.
Oh my God. I can't with you. I can't with you.
Dang. Are you guys reading tonight? I promise we will soon.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
Oh, it's already midnight. Dang. Well,
I'm probably gonna head out, you guys, because I have work at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Well, please go ahead.
But thanks for having me on your channel.
Of course. Thanks so much for coming. Keeping company.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you two later.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
I just felt like, what's that girl's name? She was at the Met Gala, and she said, see you.
Who?
Emma Chamberlain? That's what I just felt like when I said, love you, bye.
I really was like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
No? What? Oh my God. Anyway, whatever. This hat is not giving, everybody. It's not giving.
Bucket hats are kind of in, right?
They're my favorite thing. I have so many of these. I've got another one right here.
Stack them up.
Like, why do I have bucket hats? I don't know.
Wait, that one's really nice, actually. That's
my outdoorsy one. So when I go to the beach, I gotta protect my hat, my head. You know,
protects your part from the sun. It's important.
It really does. I think I got it. Yeah, on my birthday because they have little flaps on the side, and I can like put stuff in it. Anyway,
you could put
because I was like looking for crabs. I was like,
you gonna put crabs in your hat?
No. When I was in San Diego for my birthday, that's when I got it, and Noelle was with me, and she was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm looking for crabs in the ocean."
But what are you gonna put in your hat?
My like cards and stuff, like my credit cards.
They're not gonna fall out.
Look. Like it's like a little
pocket. My God. Okay, yeah. I just thought there was like kind of a gap and you were like, yeah, you can put like pencils and credit, like, you know, your lipstick and the side.
Lipstick?
Oh my God.
This was not that kind of a trip. But it has like a little like thing right here for your keys too. Like this was like full on nerd hat. Like this, I was like full on nerding out at the beach.
That looks very appealing.
In my full outfit.
Oh my God. You could really like go on a whole hike basically and not have to carry
adventure. It was an adventure.
I may need to acquire a nerd hat. I feel like I'm long overdue for a bucket hat.
You should get one. Noelle has one that has mushrooms on it. We match.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I basically was just like, tell me what style to wear and I'll match you, girl.
Well, if you want to send me the brand of the nerd hat, I might go shopping.
This one's Adidas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I saw it at a Vans store and was like, wow, it's got pockets. I must acquire.
His pocket bucket hat.
Yeah, best.
Ooh, okay, cool. I will keep that tab open for later. I forgot what this is about. Oh, falling asleep from melatonin body wash. Yep. That would definitely. Yep. You could just absorb melatonin through the skin.
She's not even gonna try it, guys. Please, don't give her ideas.
If this is like, if you spritz this in the mall the way they do with perfume, it would be over.
That would be like,
that feels like a crime. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but
no.
These days it doesn't do shit. LOL.
You gotta detox. You can't have too much of it.
I bought melatonin. It's the just the regular Nature's Bounty 1 milligram.
Gummies or pills?
Or just the pills. But
you're crazy.
I haven't needed to use melatonin, or else I just haven't used it since the trip, since January.
Yeah, I mean, I only use it like tomorrow. I'm working at 5:30 in the morning, so I'll use it tonight. But I usually don't use it.
Don't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, unless I have to, because you don't want to get used to it, then you won't be able to sleep.
Yeah. Okay, see, look, it smells like lavender, which smells good. So if I bought it, I would use it all the time, and then it would stop working.
I'm dead.
So, not a great idea. Not for me. Finished Spy Family Volume 1! I love that you kept reading while we were talking, which is absolutely what you should be doing. For sure. We'll be going to sleep as a talk of melatonin has made me doze off. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope you liked Spy Family. I say a lot of cool bookstores. I mean 5. I'm just not used to bookstores.
That was 5 more than I went to, so there you go.
There you go. Christine, I know you're talking about.
Yes. Yes. Jack Harlow was the one who was I think he was love you. Bye. Oh. Wait, how does it go? Was it him or was it Emma Chamberlain? Now I'm having a moment. I'm going to look it up.
I'd get crabs with Christine.
Honestly, there was a lot of marine life at the beach in San Diego. It was a lot of fun. I saw an anemone. I can't even say it. A crab. I saw some little fishies.
Did you get a crab?
No, I didn't get one.
Did you find one?
I found a ton of them. Yeah, they were just hanging out. I was like, oh my god, all these rocks. That's what I do when I go to the beach. I go find stuff.
You're like, I found it. They're over
I have to have something to do because.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a fun time.
I'm always the person that brings 4 books to the beach and a game, and then I'll play the game and ignore the books.
I would have loved to sit and read, but it was not that kind of a trip. So it was more of we're walking around San Diego, and then we casually went to the beach in our full-on clothes. So I was like, all right, I'll just.
Actually, that sounds really fun because I like the beach, but I feel when it's a whole beach day and I want to do a million other things, sometimes it's nice to just go by the beach and be wow, it's pretty, and we're gonna do something else.
Yeah, because we ended up going to a pool after that. So that was when we were in our swimsuits and stuff. But yeah. Before that, we were just kind of walking around.
That sounds actually really great. I make reversible ones to sell at local artisan events and a local farmers market.
These hats?
Wow, really bucket cool. Hats are in.
My cousin also is a DIY person. She just made a bunch of bucket hats from old jeans that she has, and she sized my head and everything when I last saw her, and she was like, I'm gonna make you one. I was like, wow, you really know me.
That's so cool.
It really is. It's so cute too.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I would love to just be here's a custom hat. I measured your head. It's gonna fit.
Yeah, she's made me a lot of stuff. She made me a jean jacket with an embroidered. Embroidered? Yeah, with an embroidery backing on it before. And so she does all kinds of stuff like that. It's just real cool. Anyway.
So cool.
Neither here nor there.
All I've ever wanted was to be a hat girl.
You could. You just gotta take into account your hair.
Yeah. Just gotta wear a hat. It's great. 1 milligram weak sauce. I knew it. I knew it, Jalen. My thoughts exactly. Did you get a crab?
I just took a lot of pictures and videos. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, look at these crabs! And then there was like 2 crabs that were fighting each other, and I was like, I cannot believe I'm watching you 2 fight right
Fight
now.
to the death over who? What was it?
Wild. It was wild.
I'm not gonna lie. I buy the lavender baby. This thing has been attacking my head the whole sprint. Shampoo, and it's amazing for headaches and getting you relaxed before bed. Does it have melatonin in it for babies?
I love lavender. I spray that
love
stuff all the time. So it's very
Sounds really
relaxing.
relaxing though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all those essential oils and stuff. How's your dad doing, by the way?
He's doing really well, actually. He's still going to physical therapy. So that's just like a waiting game. But yeah, he's doing a lot better than he was in July. So thank you for asking.
That's good.
He still has a long way to go, but it's like past the part where anything like super bad could happen. So, and he doesn't have any like open wounds on his feet anymore. So that's good.
That's a relief because, yeah, that happened so unexpectedly.
It was literally so insane. I was like, I cannot believe this happened. Oh my god.
That was wild, but I'm really glad he's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it was stressful.
My goal, I fully support.
Yeah, lavender is the best.
Yeah. The hat looks good. Not everyone can pull off that look, but it works for you, Christine. Another compliment. Don't question it this time.
Thank you.
Respect your elders.
I like to think that like it never really looked cute, but I just wear them all the time now. So like people are used to it. And they're like, yeah, that looks good.
I feel like the more you do something, the less jarring it looks in the mirror, and that's all you need. Like as soon as it looks more normal to you, then it's fine.
Right.
So you just
like when you first get your hair cut, right?
Yeah.
And at first you're like, wow, this was a mistake. And then like after a week you're like, yeah, this looks good.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
For me, it's more of like after like 2 weeks where I'm like, okay, I've accepted it. It's fine. Speaking of life, I've gotten a haircut at a salon in the last 2 years when I have not.
I need
to do that.
My hair is super long.
But you got your hair, like you went to your stylist sort of recently, right?
Yeah, in June. But my hair grows really quickly, so I used to have like bangs, and now they're kind of like, yeah, they're really long. I can't even show you.
To the chin.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing? God. Yeah. These were like up to here.
Oh my gosh.
Like that much.
In June?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you can see my growth, but like, yeah, my hair grows fast.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because like I wish I could just get it cut and it would be normal, but
it just keeps growing.
Yeah, you know.
Oh wait, I skipped a comment. Glad he's on the mend. I know that was scary. Yeah.
Thank you.
Especially because that was like near the end of your trip, but again.
Yeah, it was like at the end of the trip. We were doing like our transition with our like roommate situation that like happened unexpectedly, and
oh yeah, your new roommate seems cool. I've seen like the
our new roommate
thing you posted on Instagram.
Yeah. Really
I think because you guys had posted a picture together with Steph and Casey, and I was like, who's that? Like, who is this random person I've never seen before?
Pass the vibe check. They pass the vibe check. Yeah, because Stephanie was definitely like, I've got to meet this roommate, and like if I don't like him,
he's gotta go. Exactly.
Out. Yeah.
That's so Steph.
Yeah, she was like very protective, and I was like, sister, let me tell you, it's chill.
Sister.
Yeah, sister, it's chill.
I saw that he's an author.
Mm-hmm.
He's like
if I could describe him, I'd be like, he's basically a perfect mix of me and Monique. Like if me and Monique were a person that was also a male. That's
oh my god, this is perfect. Wait, who always mistakes you guys as like one person? Whatever we're counting on the screen.
Jayla.
Is it Jayla?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jayla, it's perfect. We have to go visit again, and then you can be like, oh look, it's the roomies. Singular.
The roomie.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he passed the vibe check because I know that was also like
it was stressful. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like our whole summer was just kind of like thrown off kilter. It was crazy. And then I was like also working a lot, so I couldn't really help with anything. So it was like stressful for Mo, and It was a lot. But anyway.
Yeah.
Not to like Dr. Phil, you guys. Like, hello.
It's fine. We're moving into fall, which means things are changing.
Yeah.
And hopefully things are kind of like more stabilized and everything.
We're into our
General.
fall.
I'm talking like I know anything about like, oh, it's this season, therefore we're moving into
zodiac stuff or like whatever.
Is
astrology.
The next season Libra? No, before that. Virgo? Yeah. Are we in Virgo? We're in Virgo.
Are we?
Think so. Because Leo's 23 or like July 20.
Yeah, I think you're right.
To August 20 something, and then Virgo's right after that. So it's past the 23rd now. Yeah. Everything's more stabilized. So speaking of stabilized, I'm going to change everything about my hair. Yes, I am talking about my fancy new haircut. After my I forgot. Yes, after my raise. I keep forgetting that I got a raise, and I keep acting like I didn't get one in terms of like spending money.
Forget?
It just, in terms of like spending a lot of money, I haven't really been like, I've sort of been traveling with like family for a family trip and stuff, but I haven't really been like splurging on anything or anything like that. And I feel like I need to do some self-care. So maybe this will be my treat to myself to finally do my hair. And it'll be very like...
Get a haircut, get your toenails done, do a little massage.
Actually, I had like a birthday party thing at my house, and one of my friends that I haven't seen in the longest time came, and he also is like, I think I've told you about him before, like he does these really incredible nails. And I was like, oh my god, like I've been, sort of like following him throughout his whole journey and being like, you should charge more, you're worth more, like whatever. And so like he got to a point where he's doing it like kind of professionally. But he also like does some stuff with clients, but he was like, I'm closing my client list because, I only have so much bandwidth and everything. And I was like, that's cool. Like, that's great. And obviously like during the pandemic, it's rough to like, be able to meet people in person and do any services like that. So I like never asked him about stuff because I know we used to like do nails and stuff together, but he was like, I miss doing your nails. And I was like, I miss getting my nails done, but I always felt bad asking because I know you're busy with stuff. And he's like, no, we should do it again. So it's nice to like, not just that, but like we're actually like reconnecting. We're going out to karaoke, going to get dinner again. I'm like, oh my god, like friends we haven't seen in so long. So it's great. Like all these friends I haven't seen during all of like the pandemic and stuff, I finally saw again recently, and everybody's like, let's get dinner, let's do something. I'm like, oh my god, I have friends.
Yeah, I was like, speaking of, I'm like literally a friend that kind of reconnected with me and Monique wants to go to brunch on Sunday. So,
oh my god. It's so nice to like reconnect with people and then, enjoy a meal, do something. It's great. So, it's awesome. The only hair that grows fast for me is the shit out of my... Okay, I misread that. Out of my ears and nose. The rest is just falling out. Michael, you have such a way with words.
I'm dead.
Yes, this. Jayla already thinks that you and Mo are one person. Hello.
Every day. Every day.
If Alan joined Sprints, I feel like he would have his own box. The Roomy Digested. What would be his channel name if Alan got?
I don't know. I think he might actually start a YouTube too. So he was like thinking of this before he even like moves in with us. He's very similar to us. It's very interesting. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He has like the vlogger camera that like all the bookie people have. I'm like, okay, Alan, I'll be using your camera from now on. Thank you. Also, I feel like I have to correct this. His name's Allen.
Oh, okay. Allen.
Yeah.
Jayla, come on.
I mean, there's no way she would know that, but I just want to say it on the internet so we all know. There we go.
Well, Rachel, feel free to buy us jackets and all the supplies we need to make them sexy. So you are coming on Labor Day.
I want to see what these jackets look like. Can you send me a picture or something?
I don't even know which ones we're making. We've just been like thirsting over the designs and stuff, but I will send you some of the ones that we've been considering.
Yeah, please.
Or just like the page that we follow that has been the most inspiring. I will have to buy lace and find paint, but we can definitely do it. What can I say? It's a gift. LOL. Glad things are going back to normal for y'all after the global bastard. Global.
I'm gonna say that is COVID.
I guess. I assume. Okay, you just threw my Alan pun for his YouTube name out the window, so back to the drawing board. What was your pun?
The funny thing is, like, so we have this in the entryway. I don't know if you remember this when you came to visit, but we have like welcome to Christine, Monique, and then XYZ person's apartment, like that little sign. So he basically made his name out of our old roommate's name, and it's spelled like ALAN. And I was like, "Are you sure you don't want to just like break some things and like make it the right thing?" And he was like, "No, it'll be funny when my friends come over because they'll think that you guys are assholes and you spelled my name wrong." And I was like, "We want that to be the vibe, like we want the friends to not like us immediately, okay?"
No, I get it. I get the joke of it. We're just like, and
he's gonna pop in my room and be like, "What?"
We'll be like, "Did you call? Am I on YouTube now?"
Yeah. I mean, he will be shortly, probably. So
yeah, let us know so we can all subscribe. Yeah, Jayla, we are waiting on you for a new Alan pun, spelled correctly or else incorrectly if that's what he wants. I don't know. The global bastard is the pandemic. Exactly.
The pandy.
The panini.
Panini.
Do you want to sprint for a little bit?
I was just gonna say I probably have to hop off.
Or should we just end it?
To go to bed.
You know how it is. Every time you get Christine and me on a sprint and like people aren't discussing a book or something, we'll just talk for like
just existentially like what's going on with the universe. That's our topics.
Anime, The Little Mermaid, and everything going on in our lives.
That's true.
So that's what happens. The Pan Dolce. I have not heard that one before. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Probably because it's food related, but
I was thinking the same thing.
What can I say? I'm a foodie.
We love our food. All right, cool. Well, thanks so much for coming, everybody. I have Christine and Nicolee linked in the description down below, so please go give them a follow. If for some reason you're not already subscribed, and go ahead and watch their most recent video, give it a like, watch it all the way through, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Maybe go watch another one if it suits your fancy. And thanks so much for like generally participating in the Studio Ghibli Readathon. Also, I said this at the beginning, but you weren't here, Christine. I was super excited to have you on because you were also part of the original OG cast of making the Readathon.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, dang. We were just really busy this past month, so we couldn't help out. But
it's okay. It's a great like moment for everything. So it was a great way to like round things out. I don't know if we're gonna do any more reading sprints, but we will be still streaming the movies in the Discord. So I don't know if I have those linked down below. If I don't, I will add it. But that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the next like 2 days. And then we'll be discussing the group book, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. So definitely stay tuned to see what we're up to. We have a few names, literally Alan. Here's you go. All in for reading. Like I'm all in. Okay. Hey, it's Al. Sure. All right. Well, it's a work in progress, and we'll hopefully have Alan as a new booktuber very soon. But thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.